Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to our dearest lecturer, Dr. Zahra Mamarani, and fellow audience. Today I'm Ahmad Afifi Firdaus Zailan, together with my partner Muhammad Azim Zikri Zawawi. We share with you on the Chapter 5 Program Design. How are you guys doing? So I hope you guys in the pink of health. Okay. So before we begin, we into the objective or the learning outcome for these chapters. Okay. For the first one, okay, you should be able to choose and prepare a training site based on how trainees will be involved and interact with the content and each other in the course. Okay, for the second one, okay, you should be able to prepare for any document. Okay, for example, the instruction using a curriculum roadmap, lesson plan, design document, and the concept map. Okay. For the third one, you should be able to explain the how the trainees demographic information such as the age, the generational difference, and personality that might influence on how programs are designed. Okay, the fourth point, okay, you should be able to prepare a request for proposal, okay, RFP, and a set list of questions to assess the training consultant and the suppliers, okay. And then for the fifth, okay, you should be able to explain the program design component that should be included to ensure a near and far transfer of the training. Okay, for the sixth, okay, you should be able to develop a self management module for a training program. Seven, you should be able to design the application assignment and action plans in order to enhance or maximize the learning and transfer of the training. Okay, for the eighth one, you should be able to make any recommendation about what manager can do before, during, and after training in order to facilitate the learning and transfer. Okay, and then for the last one, you should be able to identify different ways or different methods to manage the knowledge and the condition that are necessary for employees to share the knowledge. All right. For this slide, okay, the importance of program design. Okay, as mentioned in the previous chapter by Shifa and Salwa. Okay, learning and transfer of training. Okay, for learning and transfer of training to occur, training programs needs to include meaningful materials, a clear objective, opportunity for practice and feedback, a learning interaction, and a supportive work environment. Okay, however, okay, you must remember these features are not enough to create an effective training program. Okay, so an effective training program also need a high quality program design to maximize training, learning, and transfer of training. So, what is the program design? Okay, program design refers to the organization and coordination of the training program. Okay, so I have bet maybe you have one question that in your mind. Okay, so maybe it's regarding how long does it take to develop a training? Okay, so the typical standard for determining this is to consider how long it takes to develop one of our training. Okay, example here, in a recent survey of training professional, okay, response to the survey shows that this depend on the what type of training you wants to create or develop. Okay, for instance, it may take up to 38 hours on average to develop for 1 hour of face-to-face or instructor-led learning. Okay, the range of average time for developing online learning is between 42 hours for a passive instruction in which the learners just take in the information, and it's up to over 110 hours for more active instruction in which the learner interact with scenario. Okay, keep in mind that although designing more active instruction in online course take more time, okay, as you might suspect, it tends to lead to more learning and transfer of training. Okay. Also, it is important to take a broad perspective when designing training. Okay, regardless of whether is it online or face-to-face training program, class, course, and employee must be motivated to attend training event. Okay, use what they learn in their job share their knowledge and skill with others, and continue to shape and modify the knowledge and skill acquired to meet changing business and job demand. Okay, so this means that in addition to including what goes in during the training based on course and lesson plan, training design should also create condition before the training events in order to ensure the training are willing, ready, and motivated to learn and skill. Okay. So in addition, program also design should include taking a step to ensure that after training, okay, the accurate knowledge and skill are used on the job and shared with other employees. All right. So in this slide, okay, shows the three phases of the program design, okay, process. Okay, the pre-training, the learning event, and the post training. Right. So the information collected during the needs assessment, it is very important in identifying appropriate pre-training activities, designing the learning event, and helping to ensure that transfer of training occurs after training ends. Okay. For the phase one, okay, pre-training, it is involve preparing, motivating, and energizing trainees to attend the learning event. Okay. So phase one also involve ensuring that the work environments such as the climate, the managers, the peers, that supports a learning and transfer. Okay, so the phase two, the learning event, okay, it is involved preparing instructions such as the class, the overall program, and also the physical environments to facilitate the learning. Right, for phase two, it is also focused on creating a positive learning environment, okay, including planning the activity that occur during training, selecting a high quality instructor or trainer, okay, choosing a training room and creating positive interaction with the learners, and also having a proper program design. Okay, for the phase three, post-training, it is refers to the transfer of training or getting learners to apply what they have learned in their work. Okay? Typically, most effort, attention, and financial resource tends to be devoted to designing and choosing the learning event itself. Okay? However, what happens before the learning event? Okay, example maybe the pre-training, and after the learning event, okay, post-training may be equally, but if not important in determine if learner are motivated to learn, acquire new knowledge and skill, and apply, share, and use what they have learned before. Now, selecting and preparing for the training site. Okay, the training sites refers to the room where the training will be conducted. Okay, a good training site offer the following feature. Okay, the first one, it is how comfortable and accessible. Okay, and then second, how it is quiet and private and free from any interruption. And the third one, it has a sufficient space for trainees to move around easily. Okay, offer enough room for trainees to have a adequate workspace and has a good visibility for trainees to see each other, the trainers, and any visual display or example that will be used. Okay, in here we have maybe the videos, the product sample, chart, slides, and so on. Training site can be on site in a training room located at a company office or off-site at a hotel, resort, conference center, or the college campus. Okay, there is no right answer to ask or whether the training should be held on site or off-site. Okay, so and off-site training have the potential benefit that needs to be considered. Okay, the benefit of on-site training include the actual perceived saving of transportation, food and beverage costs, and space and equipment rental costs, and also the ease of using local employees to serve as an instructor for some or part of the training. Okay. All right. For the benefit of offsite training includes less chance of business-related disruption, okay, resulting in improved training focus, a more memorable training setting and experience, okay, providing a message that company values training by investing in it, okay, and a better opportunities for networking. Okay. For instance, okay, leaving the office for offsite training provides a mental and a physical break from work that can help trainees to focus on learning rather than being distracted by interruption from staff or the customers. Okay. However, regardless of the location, okay, to improve their focus on the training content. Okay, trainers needs to ask learners to turn off their cell phone or mobile phone. Okay, unless they are being used for learning purposes. Now, some details needs to be considered in the training room. Okay, so you must keep in mind that many times, okay, trainers do not have a luxury of choosing the perfect training site. Rather, they use their evaluation of the training site to familiarize themselves with the site strength and the weaknesses in order to adjust the training program and or maybe physical arrangement of the site. For example, rearrange the trainer position so it will be closer to the electrical outlets that needed to run the laptop or equipment. Okay, by recognizing the training learning, it can facilitate through both mental and physical involvement. Okay, it is important to consider this when choosing and designing or deciding how to use a training space. All right, so in this slide we have 11 factors that needs to be considered when choosing the training room. Okay, so the first one, noise. Okay, you must check for the noise from maybe the aircon system. Okay, for the next room. Okay, and also the corridor or the outside for the outside building. Okay, for the colors, okay, you should choose the pastel one. Okay, maybe the light orange, the light green, blue, and yellow. Okay, and also the variation of white. Okay, you must not use the black or brown shade. Okay, because it will close the room in psychologically and make the trainees become fatigue. Okay, so for room structure, please use a room that are somewhat square in shape. Okay, for the long narrow rooms, okay, it is make a difficult for training to see, hear, and participate in the discussion. Okay, so please check for the availability and the proximity for breakout or in case room if they needed. Okay, so lighting, okay, is the main source of lighting should be a fluorescent light. Okay, in incandescent lighting, space should be spread throughout the room and use dimmers when projection is required. Okay, for wall and floor covering, okay, you should use or consider for the carpeting should be placed in the meeting room. Okay, solid color are preferable because they are not distracting. Okay, but only meeting related material should be on the wall. Okay, for the meeting room chairs, okay, chairs should have the wheel, swivel, and the back that provide support for the lower lumbar region. Okay, the glare, okay, you must also check and eliminate the glare from metal surface, TV meters, and the mirror. Okay, for the ceiling, okay, it is advisable to have a 10-foot high ceiling. Okay, and then for the electrical outlet should be available every 6 feet around the room. Okay, a telephone jack should be next to the outlet. Okay, outlet for the trainer should be available as well. Okay, make sure that the outlet are available for trainees to plug their laptop if necessary. Okay, and then we have the acoustic. Okay, acoustic is not the song and so on. Okay, it is to check the bounce or the absorption of sound from the wall, ceiling, floor, and furniture. Okay, try the voice check with the 3 or 4 different people. Okay, monitoring the voice clarity and level. Okay, and then the last one for the technology, always check the room that has a permanent screen and a computer with the high internet access for trainer and also for training if needed.